Well, the US president is on his way back to Washington after a dramatic unannounced visit to Afghanistan. The first anniversary of the death of bin Laden was the occasion. Well, in a no-frills late-night ceremony, Barack Obama signed a security cooperation agreement with President Hamid Karzai, promising to continue supporting Afghanistan for another 12 years. But in Obama's wake, the violence continues, with at least 6 people killed in a suicide bomb attack just hours after the US president left the country. North America correspondent Craig McMurtry reports.
Behind a wall of security at Bagram Air Base, Afghanistan.
Good evening.
At 4 a.m. in the morning, just in time for prime-time television in America.
My fellow Americans, we've traveled through more than a decade under the dark cloud of war. Yet here, in the pre-dawn darkness of Afghanistan, we can see the light of a new day on the horizon.
Barack Obama explained why he had travelled to Afghanistan in secret to sign a security deal with Hamid Karzai, one that extends US support well beyond the scheduled 2014 pullout of most US troops by 10 years to 2024.
Today I signed a historic agreement between the United States and Afghanistan that defines a new kind of relationship between our countries, a future in which Afghans are responsible for the security of their nation, and we build an equal partnership between two sovereign states.
It arrived in the dead of night on Air Force One to quick handshakes at the US airbase before a half-hour helicopter flight to Kabul. After talks at the presidential palace described as frank and candid, Barack Obama and Hamid Karzai emerged to sign a framework agreement covering the period after most coalition troops leave.
I thank you for that, from the bottom of my heart, sir.
We have the capacity to wind down this war and usher in a new era of peace here in Afghanistan.
It took months to negotiate, heavy on symbolism, promising a partnership on training, security and rebuilding. It demonstrates how the US wants to engage after 2014, but is light on detail. Officials say there are no hard numbers on future troop or funding levels. In a hangar at the US base outside the Afghan capital, Barack Obama thanked US troops for their service, suggesting the end is finally in sight.
And there's going to be heartbreak and pain and difficulty ahead. But there's a light on the horizon.
White House officials say the symbolism of signing the agreement in Afghanistan was crucial, but it's no coincidence that the secret trip happened today, a year to the day since the death of Osama bin Laden.
We devastated al-Qaeda's leadership, taking out over 20 of their top 30 leaders. And 1 year ago, from a base here in Afghanistan, our troops launched the operation that killed Osama bin Laden. The goal that I set, to defeat al-Qaeda and deny it a chance to rebuild, is now within our reach.
Barack Obama told Americans there will be no US bases in Afghanistan, that there are only 2 narrow security missions beyond 2014, training and counter-terrorism. Facing a war-weary public in an election year, he called on America to finish the job and end the war responsibly.
I will not keep Americans in harm's way a single day longer than is absolutely required for our national security.
In a delicate political balancing act, he sought to reassure Afghans while keeping his promise to US voters to end America's longest war. But at first light, soon after Barack Obama left, an explosion rocked Kabul, a suicide car bomb attack, and a reminder of the size of the task still ahead. Craig McMurtry, Lateline.